Good morning. Happy Tuesday. Good morning. If you have a bolster, good morning. If you have a bolster, you might like to grab that for your practice this morning. If you don't have one, that's fine. You might grab a pillow or a couple of cushions. I thought we might start in a reclined position this morning, either in a semi-supine position if you don't have any props, or in, if you like, Supta Baddha Konasana, soles of the feet together, knees out wide. And if you have got some props or a bolster, you might pop that support under your, lengthways under your spine. Or if you prefer, for something a little bit different, you could pop that support underneath your feet. So just a little bit of a stronger opening for the legs and the hips. So Supta Baddha Konasana, lying down, soles of the feet together, knees out wide, with the support under your feet or under your spine. Or if you don't want to do that and you don't have any props, you might just be in a semi-supine position, so the feet stepped up close to the buttocks. So just take these first few moments to arrive, to decide how you would like to commence your practice, settling down onto the earth, taking a few deep, healthy, cleansing breaths as you let go of your morning, last night, yesterday, and the day before that. So breathing in beautiful, fresh energy, prana, life force, and then breathe out all that disturbs you, all that tires you, all that obscures you. Breathe it out as a light smoke, carbon dioxide. So you might even imagine that the exhaled breath is a murky grey smoke. Visualize the out breath as a smoke, grey colour, murky colour, cloudy colour. Letting go. And then when your breath comes in on your inhalation, see it as light, a radiant, shining light from above, flowing down from a beautiful, clear blue sky. If you can't sense the light, that's okay. Just imagine that you are breathing in sky energy, cleansing, healing, refreshing. See this light, this beautiful form of energy filling your nostrils, your mouth, traveling down your throat, traveling up into your brain, and then see it flowing down your spine as a great river of light, all the way down to the bones in your feet and toes, and stretching out of your toes as long antennas of light. See the light circulating up the front of your legs to fill your pelvis and hips. See it rising up into your belly and your chest, flowing in and out of your heart until your heart glows and shines. See the light fill the bones in your arms and all of the bones in your hands and fingers, stretching out of your fingers as long antennas of light. As you continue to breathe in light, sky energy. See the light continue to fill you until it radiates out of your skin in all directions. Now take a moment to feel appreciation for this moment. Thankful for this moment. Thankful for this breath, this light, this life, the gift of life. Noticing any resistance to gratitude, but not giving yourself a hard time about it. Just being aware of how you are feeling in this moment. I'd like to share with you a passage from the mythologist Michael Meade. Because we live in times of great conflicts and radical uncertainty, we need occasions of gratitude and grace, however small, in order to ease our souls and restore our spirit for life. Gratitude comes from a deep place in the heart where pain can also reside, so that being grateful also acknowledges the suffering in the world. Gratitude is an act or practice of making things whole and making life holy. Despite and because of all the current divisions and acts of violence and vengeance, we need to find ways to feel and know that life remains holy and that healing remains possible. Thankfulness comes from the Latin gratia, the same root that gives us grace. Gratitude is like a blossoming from within that reconnects us to the underlying wholeness of life. Grace involves a state of mercy and wonder that can fall upon us unexpectedly, regardless of the conditions of the daily world. Being thankful is the opposite of taking things for granted. Thus, gratitude is not simply thankfulness for things received. It can occur in giving as well as in receiving. What we seek when giving thanks are moments of wholeness that can help bring a sense of grace back into the world. At such times, the pain of divisions, loss, and isolation can be redeemed, if only for a moment. The presence of gratitude also serves as an indication of the inner nobility that is natural to each of our souls. In times of worldwide troubles and heartbreaking tragedies, we need practices of coming together to bring the blessings of gratitude and grace to our own hearts and to the world around us. So as we practice together this morning, let us focus on gratitude as we stay slow, taking time to bring to awareness all of our blessings, especially bringing to mind the things that we might take for granted, the ability to stretch and move our arms and legs, the ability to see, touch, taste, have a roof over our heads and enough food to eat. even the ability to come together to practice yoga via Zoom, and the gift of life itself. Again, I quote Michael Meade, when the world keeps turning upside down, it can be time to look and feel deeper inside in order to find the people and aspects of life that we are most grateful for. Sometimes that's all we need to do in order to reconnect to and contribute to the holiness of life. In doing that, we can ease the burden of our own hearts. We can also connect to the original sense of humanity and enable more grace to enter the world. So let's just start now to deepen the breath and bring a little bit of movement into your fingers and your toes. If the knees are still wide, I gently invite you to bring the knees in towards each other and just roll to the side, push any props out from underneath you. And we're all going to meet on our mats in a semi-supine position. Just making sure that your head, neck and spine are in a straight line. And I'll invite you to bring your hands onto the belly. And just start by taking a few conscious breaths now down into the belly. Imagining there's a bowl in your belly. You're filling this bowl with breath, prana, life force. Just allowing the bowl to empty as you exhale. Make sure that the skin of the face is soft. There's no tension in the mouth. The teeth, the tongue are relaxed. Chin tucking slightly towards the chest so the back of the neck is long. Now on our next inhalation, we're just going to take the arms out to the side. And as we exhale, we'll draw the right knee in towards the chest and just wrap your arms, your hands around that right knee. So drawing the right knee in towards you. On the next inhale, release the right foot down, arms back out to the side. And on the next exhalation, we'll draw the left knee in, perhaps interlacing the fingers around the knee. Inhaling, lowering the left foot, arms back out to the side. And on this third exhalation, both knees come into the chest and we give ourselves a hug. Inhale, lowering both feet, arms out to the side. So we continue that sequence, that same sequence. So right knee comes in. Breathe yourself open, so foot lowers, arms out to the side. And as we exhale, left knee comes in. Inhale, lower the left foot, arms out to the side. And both knees come in this time. Inhale. Let's do one more of these sequences. So both feet lower. Exhale, right knee comes in. Breathe down into the belly. As you lower that foot, arms to the side. And left knee comes in. Inhale, lower the foot, arms out wide. And both knees come in. Okay, so keeping the knees in now. And on the next inhale, let's raise the legs up to the sky. Arms up and overhead or out to the side. Exhale, draw the knees in. Option to lift the head towards your knees if that's okay for your neck. Breathe in, legs to the sky, arms overhead or to the side. And exhale, draw the knees in. Inhale. And exhale. Now this time, take the legs into the sky. We're going to keep the legs as they are. Feet are at least hip width apart. We're just going to circle the feet, working into our ankle joints. Nice, slow circles. And reversing. Good. Now just bring the feet together. We're going to raise one leg at a time. If you would like a bit of extra support for the lower back, you can slip the hands under the buttocks. Otherwise, you can keep the arms to the side or overhead. So just take a deep breath in here. And as we exhale, we'll lower the right leg down. Heel can hover off the floor. So keep pushing the left heel up towards the sky. Breathe that right leg back up. And lower the left leg down. Inhale, raise the left leg. Exhale, lower the right leg. So we're alternating from side to side. Raise the right leg up and lower the left. Inhale. Let's do one more to each side. And on the last one, you can either bend the legs in and stretch them out or lower both legs down again. If you want to challenge yourself, keeping the legs straight, otherwise let them bend when you need to. And when the heels touch the ground, release your arms down by your sides and sigh the breath away. All right, we're going to work with the universal spinal twist now. So we're going to place the right foot on the left thigh, left hand to the outer edge of the knee, right arm is out at shoulder height. So we'll take a deep breath in. And as we exhale, we're carrying that knee across the body, trying to relax that right shoulder down. And option to turn the head to look towards your right fingers. If that doesn't feel good for your neck, just keep the head in a neutral position. And breathe. Good. And then gently bring that knee back to center. Give that knee a lovely hug. And then stretch the right leg out along the mat. The leg's a bit of a shake. And then place the left foot on the right thigh. Right hand to the outer edge of the left knee. Left arm at shoulder height. Deep breath in. And then slowly taking that left knee across the body. Relax that left shoulder. Option to turn the head to look along your left fingers. And breathe. And then slowly bring that leg back to center, giving a lovely hug. And then draw both knees in, cross your legs at the ankles, a hand on each knee. Let's make some little circles on the floor with our lower back. And then come back to center, cross the legs the other way and circling in the opposite direction. Good. And then let's carefully roll over to one side. We're going to swing ourselves around and come to lie down onto our tummies. Okay, so we're going to rest one hand on top of the other and our chin or our forehead on our hands. So doing some back strengthening work now. So we're going to have the legs together and then bend the right leg. So your inner knees are touching and we're pushing the heel up towards the sky. So as we inhale, we're going to lift the thigh off the floor, push the heel up, squeezing the buttock. And as we exhale, just lower the thigh down. Inhale, we lift, push the heel up, and exhale, lower. Let's do 3 more. When you finish, lower the right foot down, and we'll try the other side. So flexing the foot, and as you inhale, lift the thigh, squeeze the buttock, and lower the thigh. So 4 more. When you finish, just lower the foot down and take a breath or 2 there. All right, so a variation of Sphinx now. With this one, we're going to take the hands out wider than the mat. And we're creating a right angle with our arms. The feet are hip width apart. The forehead is down on the mat. As we breathe in, we're going to keep the feet and the legs down. And as we inhale, lift the head, the chest, and the arms. So squeezing the shoulder blades towards each other. And then as we exhale, just lowering everything down. So breathing in, we lift. And breathing out, we lower. Inhale, we lift. Exhale, we lower. So 2 more with an option to hold the last one for up to 5 breaths if you'd like to. So this last one, you can choose to hold or just lower down, and again, take a couple of resting breaths. Pressing the tops of the feet down. Make sure you're not holding the breath. When you lower down, let everything go. If the lower back is a little bit tender, you can bend the legs and just swing the legs from side to side. Okay, I thought we'd have a go at doing our star lift just once, and we'll hold this. So we're going to create a V shape with our arms and our legs. So take the legs wide, the arms wide, your forehead is down. So we're just going to lift up once, and you can come straight back down, or again, you might stay up for up to 5 breaths. So just exhale all breath. And then breathing in, so lifting arms, legs, head, chest, point your toes, stretch your fingers forward. Again, think of those antennas of light streaming out through your fingertips and your toes, your whole body flooded with light. Keep the breath flowing. When you've had enough, gently come down, bend your arms, rest your chin or your forehead on your hands, and rest for a breath or two. All right, I thought we'd do a little movement now that's great for opening up our shoulders. So we're going to bring the left arm into a right angle, sometimes called cactus arm. You can have a look if you're not quite sure. This is one we don't do very regularly. The legs are together, the forehead is down, and then this right hand is next to the chest. So from here, we're going to bend the right leg, lift the thigh up, and then see if we can take that foot over the left leg to rest on the floor. And then we're turning to the right. There's a lot going on here. Hopefully, if you're not sure, you can see what I'm doing, and feeling a really good stretch into that left shoulder. So we just hold this for up to 5 breaths. If it's a bit intense, come out earlier. Good. And then we come back to center, and we'll try the other side. So we create our cactus arm with the right arm, the right angle, left hand next to the chest, forehead is down, legs are together. So we bend the left leg, and then we lift the left thigh up and take it over the right leg to find the floor, turning to the left, and hopefully now feeling a lovely stretch into that right shoulder. So up to 5 breaths here. And come back to center. And again, just rest your chin or your forehead on your hands for a moment. Now we're going to, in a moment, push back into extended child. For those of you who like to challenge yourself a little bit more, you might like to have a go at lifting up into Chaturanga Dandasana from the floor. So not an easy thing to do. So either pushing straight back into extended child, or bring your hands alongside your chest, tuck your toes, and then see if you can lift the body off the floor just a couple of centimeters, and perhaps hold for a breath or 2 or 3. Squeeze the elbows in. When you've had enough, just lower down, and we're all going to push back
into extended child. So knees are wide, big toes touching, arms extending forward. Breathing now into the back of the body, the back of the lungs. Good. And then let's come up onto all fours to work with cat. So our knees are directly under our hips, our wrists are directly under our shoulders, fingers spread wide. Have a look at your elbows. So if you tend to hyperextend the elbows, just have a little micro bend in the arms. So let's work with 6 to 8 rounds of cat. Starting off in a neutral position, and when you're ready, inhaling, lifting the tailbone. Face remains soft. On the exhalation, you rounding the back, head lowers. As you breathe in, you're breathing in something valuable and precious, something that you need. So gratitude for each breath. Remaining, allowing life to remain in the body another moment longer. So gratitude for this breath coming in, the gift of life. Continuing now at your own pace, staying with your breath. Thankful for this breath. This breath. Perhaps a gentle smile on your lips. You're welcome to continue working with cat. Or after your next inhale, tuck your toes and we'll move into down faced dog pose. We're going to hold dog. You might like to bend the right leg, push forward into the right palm and back into the left foot. And just hold that diagonal stretch as you breathe. Swap it over. Bend the left leg, push back into the right foot, forward into the left palm. Let the head relax down. Allow the breath to flow. Good. Now, if you need a little rest, you can come down into child pose. Those of you who'd like to take this a little bit further, we can work with a twist here by bringing the right hand, this is a bit of a challenge, right hand to the left ankle, and then we turn to look under the left armpit. We'll just hold this for a few breaths. And then release the right hand, whoops, and then Left hand goes to the outer edge of the right ankle. We turn to look under the right armpit. So a few breaths here. Good. And then take the left hand back, lower the knees down, and let's come to rest in child. Any version of child, and we'd like a little bit of a variation here. We can actually come onto the crown of the head, interlace the fingers, and lift the arms up and overhead. So a semi-inversion, just like our dog pose. Head lower than the heart. If you're on the head, lower the hands to the back and just sit back down, stay down for a breath or two, letting the blood equalize. And then let's come back up onto all fours. This time the knees are together, so we're going to work with a variation of tiger. Knees together, fingers spread wide. Exhale, all breath. And then as we breathe in, we're raising the left arm and the right leg, stretching fingertips and toe tips in opposite directions. As we exhale, we lower the palm and the knee. And then right arm, left leg. And exhale. So again, left arm, right leg. Right arm, left leg. And lower. So you're welcome to keep flowing, or this time we'll hold the pose. Drawing the belly button in towards your spine, so trying not to do a back bend here. Hips are square as much as possible. The breath is flowing. Otherwise, you just keep working from side to side. Good. And then lower the knee and the palm. And let's raise the right arm, left leg. And breathe. And lower down. Push back into extended child just for a breath or two. And then we're going to lift up into elephant. So your little fingers are touching the outer edges of the mat and little toes as well. Inhale, lift your knees, lift your hips. And exhale, we're into our beautiful elephant position. Again, let the head and neck relax. You might blow the breath out through the mouth. If you'd like to challenge yourself a little bit at this point, you're welcome to rest the right hand on the sacrum for 2 or 3 breaths. And then you can swap it over. And then we're going to walk our feet towards our hands, get legs bent or straight here as we just come into Uttanasana, our forward fold. So you might like to lift up halfway, so fingertips on the mat or on your shins, and then exhale, just fold forward. Couple of breaths here. Good, and then we're going to bend the legs and come into Utkatasana, our chair pose. Good, so the arms are up, or if this is better for your shoulders, you might be holding the opposite elbow. Face relaxed, and breathe. Good, and then let's come all the way up. Bring the palms together and exhale the hands down. Good. All right, into our standing position now. Let's begin with Kati Chakrasana, bit of a flowing twist, energizing practice. So just make sure you're not going to bump into anything, and then we'll just start to let the arms wrap freely around the body. And to shoulder height. And above the head. And back to shoulder height. And back around the waist. Just letting the arms slow down, head back to center. Deep breath in, sigh away. And we'll do a bit of bouncing. So just spread the toes, feet are hip width, little bend in the legs. And then just starting to bounce and shake and flick and sway if that feels good. You might continue blowing the breath out through the mouth. Again, that idea of the out breath being a grey, murky, cloudy smoke. Filling the lungs with fresh, pure, fresh prana, life force light, shining bright light. And exhaling grey smoke. Anything weighing you down, dimming your light, anything keeping you small, let it go. And then just slow that movement down. And we'll breathe in, raise the arms all the way up. Press the palms together. See if you can hold that for 2 or 3 breaths. A little pause. And when you need to exhale, just lower the hands down through your center. We'll do 2 more of these. So breathing in, pausing full. And breathing out. One more. Let's work with a lateral stretch. So raising the arms up, hold the right wrist, and let's lean over to the left. Breathe yourself back to center, change the grip, and over to the right. Inhale. Do 2 more to each side. Exhale. you finish, release the arms down. And take a breath. Let's step to the backs of our mats into Tadasana, hands into prayer position. And we're going to work through 5 rounds of our devotional salute. And I'd like to invite you, as we work through each round, to devote each round to a living being. So let's take a moment before we work through the first sequence to bring to mind, it might be a person, but it might also be an animal, or it might be a body of water that you love, that you'd like to express some gratitude for. It might be the sky, it might be the moon. We had a full moon last night, it might be the sun, it might be a star, or a favourite person. So bring to mind a living being or creature. And you might like to whisper to them, thank you. Thank you. Thank you for your presence in my life. You enrich my life in so many immeasurable ways. Thank you. And then let's exhale, release the arms down. Inhale, raise the arms up. Exhale, hands to your third eye, to your heart, and down to the earth. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, extended child, and then come to lie down, palms together. Breathe in and bend your arms. Inhale, straighten the arms. Exhale into Sphinx. Inhale, straighten. Hands back alongside your chest. Cobra, bend the legs. Back into extended child. Tuck your toes, hands alongside your knees. Inhale, come all the way up. And hands to your heart. So second round, again, I invite you to bring to mind a living being that you'd like to dedicate this practice to, whether a person, a creature, part of the natural world, a river, a special tree. Again, whispering to this being, thank you, thank you, thank you. It's the arms. Inhale. To your forehead, to your heart, and to the earth. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, extended child. Come to lie down, palms together. And as you exhale, bend your arms. Straighten into Sphinx. Straighten. Hands back alongside your chest. Breathe in, Cobra. Back into extended child. Tuck your toes, hands alongside your knees. Inhale, come up. And hands to your heart. Dedicating this third round to another living being, creature. Visualizing this thing, this person, animal, place, object. Thank you. Thank you for your presence in my life. Thank you. Your arms, inhale. To your forehead, to your heart, and to the earth. Inhale. Extended child. Coming to lie down, palms together. Exhale, bend your arms. And straighten. into 6. Straighten. Hands back alongside your chest. Inhale, lift. Back into child. Tuck your toes. Coming up. Our 4th round now. Bringing to mind something that you'd like to dedicate this round to. Being, person, creature. And again, whispering to them, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Sound. Heart and to the earth. Inhale, sitting tall, extended child. Lie down, palms together. Bend your arms. Straighten. Into 6. Straighten. Hands back alongside your chest. Inhale. Push back. Tuck your toes. All the way up. So our 5th and final round. Again, bringing to mind something that you'd like to dedicate this sequence to. Visualizing this person or being, creature, perhaps a bird. Whispering to them, thank you. Thank you. It's your arms. So without my voice for this round. Just resting the hands at the heart. Just turning the sides of the mouth up slightly. Just observing what's going on inside, how you're feeling. Noticing that the effects of feeling gratitude, how does it feel in the body? How does your heart feel at this moment? Perhaps taking a moment to thank yourself for doing the practice this morning, for making the effort to come to your mat this morning, to turn up, to show up for practice. Thanking yourself, taking care of you. Place your hands down. Let's do a little balance before we come back down to the mat. So we'll shift the weight into the left foot and we're going to pick up the right leg and see if we can hold on to the knee. So if you're feeling a bit wobbly, you might have a chair knee or a wall. Otherwise, we're trying to hold the leg up and draw the shoulders back. Heart is open, lengthening up through the crown of the head, grounding down through that left foot. If you'd like to challenge yourself a little bit, you can release the leg, perhaps take the arms out to the side. Keep the breath flowing.
you want to take this even further, you might see if you can straighten the leg. And release. Let's try the other side. Lifting the left leg up. Give it a hug. Lengthening up through the crown top, trying to relax the shoulders, keep the heart lifting, not rounding the back here. To take this further, perhaps see if you can release the hands. So you can straighten the leg. And release it down. Okay, if you've got your bolster, let's grab our bolster or our pillows, cushions, and we're going to come into supported child. So between your upper thighs, the arms forward and your head turned to the side. If you feel comfortable, you might close the eyes and just give in, let go, let the body sink down. Sighing the breath away, letting go of more of that grey smoke. You might like to now gently turn your head the opposite way. And then we'll slowly come up, and I'm just going to invite you now to work with your favourite forward bend. So for some of you, you might actually come back into supported child. Beautiful forward bend. Otherwise, some of you might like to sit cross-legged and fold forward that way, or Paschimottanasana. I think you all know lots of different forward bends, so you might just choose your favourite. Some of you might like to have your legs wide, or work with an asymmetrical forward bend like Janushirasana, so bringing one foot into the groin and coming down this way. So I'll stay for about 8 breaths. So if you're doing asymmetrical, 4 breaths, about 4 breaths each side, then you'll swap over. Otherwise, if it's symmetrical, like what I'm doing here, then we'll just stay for about 8 breaths. If you've got the bolster, you might play around with the position of it. So you might even sort of do something like this morning. So just coming forward when you're ready. Starting to allow
everything to slow down, to quieten, turning your attention inward. Just focusing on each inhalation, each exhalation. When you've finished, no rush, we'll slowly come up. And just pop any supports out of the way for a moment. We're going to lie down and just work with a gentle twist, and then we're going to come into Shavasana. I've got a bit of a longer guided relaxation for you this morning. So when you're ready, just come on down. Gentler twist. We have the feet on the mat, arms at shoulder height. Those of you who want to go a bit stronger, feet are in the air. Check that your head, neck and spine are in a straight line, and then taking a deep breath in, and we'll lower the knees over to the right side. Some of you might like to lift that right foot up and place it on the outer edge of the left knee, and you may turn your head to look to the left again, if that's okay for your neck. Otherwise, keeping the head in more of a neutral position. Place the foot down, return yourself to center, and knees over to the left. So again, the left foot might go on the outer edge of the right knee, head may turn to the right, and we breathe. To center. So you might bring the knees in and just a little bit of gentle rocking from side to side, and then setting yourselves up for Shavasana. So you might pop some support under your knees. Make sure that you are warm. Sighing the breath away as you settle down. Thankful for this time to settle, to rest, to slow down, to pause. Let yourself now sink into the feeling of gratitude. Surrender to it. Notice how it feels in your body, how your energy feels. And if there's still some resistance, that's okay. Don't force yourself to feel gratitude. The meditation teacher Jon Kabat-Zinn says the key to this path
is an appreciation for the present moment and the cultivation of an intimate relationship with it through a continual attending to it with care and discernment. It is the direct opposite of taking life for granted. When we understand that this is it, it allows us to let go of the past and the future and to wake up to what we are now in this moment. From the perspective of meditation, every state is a special state. Every moment, a special moment. Is it possible for you to contemplate that in a very real way, this may actually be the best season, the best moment of your life? So during this relaxation practice, we're going to call to mind various aspects of life that we might feel gratitude for. So firstly, I invite you to bring awareness to your breath, mindful that each breath gives you life and allows you to stay a moment longer. And then be aware of your heart beating, pulsing, pumping blood throughout the body. Bringing awareness to your eyes that let you see colour, faces, smiles, nature, sunrise, sunset, rainbows, the moon and the stars, yourself in the mirror. Awareness to your ears that beam in sound, music, laughter, the voices of those you love, silence, beautiful sounds of life. To your nose that smells the ocean breeze, the aroma of flowers, trees, newly cut grass, wafting smells that come from the kitchen. Awareness to your lips and mouth that taste and savour and nourish, that kiss and speak, whisper and sing. To your hands that hold and touch and caress and open and close and applaud and squeeze, and your arms and shoulders that carry and hug and lift and stretch. To your feet and toes, the gift to wiggle them, transport you, walk, run, dance, kick, fold, leap and point. Call to mind your tears, your sorrows, and the strength and courage and resilience that you seem to be able to muster to make it through each day. Awareness to your abundance, your expansion, your evolution, your perspective shifts, and your ability to see growth and potential in every moment. Call to mind nurturing relationships in your life, new ones and older ones. Gratitude for the special people in your life. Material things that have come to you unexpectedly, as well as things that flow to you with great effort and commitment, hard work. Think of love in your life and your connection to those things that are sweet and loving and honourable and just feel right. Now just allow yourself to breathe and feel this flow, allowing a feeling of gratitude to wash through your being, experiencing the warmth, love and compassion that gratitude brings into your heart. I'd like to share with you a poem from Dana Folds. Do not let the day slip through your fingers, but live it fully now. This breath, this moment, catapulting you into full awareness. Time is precious, minutes disappearing like water into sand, unless you choose to pay attention. Since you do not know the number of your days, treat each as if it's your last. Be that compassionate with yourself, that open and loving to others, that determined to give what is yours, to give in and to let in the energy and wonder of this world. Experience everything, writing, relating, eating, doing, all the little necessary tasks of life as if for the first time, pushing nothing aside as unimportant. You have received these same reminders many times before. This time, take them into your soul. For if you choose to live this way, you'll be rich beyond measure, grateful beyond words, and the day of your death will arrive with no regrets. So just start now to deepen the breath and bring a little bit of movement into your fingers and toes. I'd like to have a bit of a stretch to what feels good. quietly roll over to one side. You might pause there for a moment, place a hand on your heart, and perhaps say to yourself a few times, thank you for who I am. Thank you for who I am. And then gently coming up to sit. Taking your arms out to the side. Deep breath in as we raise the arms up. And exhale, bring the hands down to your heart, bowing your head towards your heart. Namaste. Thank you. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. And as I often say, for allowing me to share what I love with you. I'm very grateful to all of you. Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your day and lots of love to you all. Bye.